Hey guys, this is Andrew from 8-Bit TCG here. I'm with
Andrew, also from 8-Bit TCG.
All right, and then what did you play?
I played Memento at the SouthPark Regional last weekend.
All right, and then what place did you get?
I got first.
Yes,
I went
sir.
undefeated, so it was a good tournament, first regional.
All right,
so
let's get into the deck profile.
Yeah, for sure. I played Memento. Super big fan of this deck. I think it matched up really well. It has a lot of outplay potential for people who are not as familiar with the deck. So you have a lot of room to kind of use your destruction effects to get around a lot of things in the format. So kind of the approach I took was less hand traps, more push through with engine. The only hand traps I play are super impactful. So just for the main starters, these are all the 1-card guys. So we have 9. We want to see at least one of these in every hand. These are your best starters of the deck. Darkblade plays a little worse than the Fufuros. This is kind of one of your better starters, and it's your best starter / extender. So people say hit the horse, they're correct. This card's crazy. So that's kind of, you have to play that. I'm on 2 Goblin because of, you'll see a quick play spell later. But yeah, some people play 1. I've tried it. I really don't like it because if you ever see this card, or it turns off the other quick play. And in this deck, a lot of the times I brick, I find I just don't have memento wins. I just don't have enough monsters. So I feel like you just need that extra play. It is technically also combo on its own, but it's a little weaker. Some of the other 1-ups you play, this deck has a lot of 1-ups. Gaddick, this is the card you never, ever want to see in your hand. It's it destroys the ceiling of your deck if you see this card in your hand. But it's so good to play at head in deck. It's just amazing. It's one of the newer ones. This card's crazy. It basically makes you win every grind game and cycle resource infinitely. It removes the DD Crow weakness of the deck, so it's just really strong. Also, something about this deck card that comes up all the time. People don't realize that on summon, this can make all your level 9 or higher mementos just attack directly. So you can just set up really easy lethal shots with this card without outing the board. You just kind of swing over. Mace, this card's crazy. It's your change of heart searcher, so this comes up all the time. This card is one of your main anguish targets, something engraved. Sleepy, this card is custom for this deck. It's 3 insane effects, summons from hand, fuses, and also mills a card. It's crazy. This is how you set up interactions and fusions on your opponent's turn, just off of Bone Party or Anguish. Some people cut this card. I like it. It is definitely a brick. But it sets up boards in this deck that are so hard to break. If you end on this card, engraved with the fusion on field, which I'm trying to do in Bone Party set, you can set up a play where you pop a card, summon this, then Bone Party, summon Anguish, pop 2 more. So it's really strong for that. So I still like it. Also enables Chaos Angel, which you'll see later. And the big guy. So he is absolutely crazy. People's a classic quote is how many times can he attack? And you just give it piercing. You just go for game out of nowhere. Get all their interactions, clear your whole board. Some of this attack game. It happens all the time. Way more than you think. The only main deck hand trap I play, redraw. I was just expecting it's a regional. I was expecting a lot of combo decks. I was, it was good when it came up. I put against Voiceless, it was good. Sometimes there's a hand against a Turian, it was good. But I just wanted a hand trap that was if I drew it by itself because I didn't want to commit all in the hand traps. It was just a good card. It has a chance to just end their turns. It was good. On to the spells. So we play for the memento spells. I would play as many copies of these as I can, no matter what, in any format. These cards are crazy. This card is you want to see. I was a little fortunate to draw this card in this bit, but it's absolutely crazy card. It basically makes all your mementos immune to imperm. Pretty much, you just dodge it, and it also enables Sleepy and all this stuff on your opponent's turn. And fusion this card is insane custom support, so you want to set up a lot of plays. We play Guardian Chimera, things like that, just dodging hand traps and also just extending and keeping it engraved. You don't want to draw this card. You can easily search it. Sometimes it's fine to draw, but you'd really rather not since it's so free to search with the fusion. We try to play 3 of the new Goblin Biker. This is just Bone Party. It's just another copy of Bone Party. But what's funny about this card is it tributes for cost. So if you Anguish, they imperm, you chain this, they can't imperm again. The card's engraved. So it's it comes up kind of like that. Or even if they ash this after it, you still get the Anguish search. So that's
broken.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's
with Bone Party you wouldn't, but with this you do. So that did happen. Some consistency cards. Rhoda, one from Crossbow. These are great cards. Just extra copies of things of your engine.
At one of us for a reason.
Yeah. This was like the MVP of the week. This card is crazy. I need to get another secret, but this card is absolutely crazy in this deck. You'll see some of the targets, but super good against Centurion. Super good depending on Yubel how they end. It's just a crazy card. Like you're trying to break boards with this deck, and this just helps so much. You also set it into Tenpai and just make a Rura. So when you inevitably get shifted. And then I'm just playing some anti-hand trap stuff. Like Talon's Thrust, just kind of fill it out. I didn't want to play more hand traps than slots. I want to play kind of more breakers. You can sometimes go second into engine with this, and then Talon's just a great card right now on this speed shifter. So you kind of don't care about the charmies a lot, but you kind of punish them for doing it. You can play through any hand trap pretty much besides shifter if your hand is reasonable. So yeah, and then I'm on just one imperm for thrust target. I guess that's another hand trap, but it's a one-off. And I think I'm gonna cut this card. I think I'm gonna put it at least in the side. I keep like the thing with this deck is you're always taking this card in and out. It is Appaloosa, but it's so win more. Like when I resolved, I won, but I really feel like I was going to win those games anyways. So it's like good and bad. It feels crazy to get 5 negates, but that game was over anyways. So we could probably get. This was the 41st card. So yeah, that's main deck 41. Go on to the extra. Just for the memento cards. First, we got 2 and 1. There's like a world you bump these up because of like Catch Your Unicorn. If you get ripped on like Twin, you can still win the game. If you get ripped on one of these, like it's tough, but you can still set up lines and win. But it just makes it easier if you could bump this up if you really wanted to, like 3 and 2 or even 2 and 2. These cards are crazy. Like this is just Foolish Burial for 3, and then also Search the Field spell and also DP. And this card is Search 2 and Monster Reborn. Like, they're just insane cards. The next fusions, we have the Super Poly targets. And this is like kinda Super Poly target. I summoned this once, so it requires 1 illusion and 1 fiend. Like you play an illusion and you have a couple fiends in your deck. So like if you're like they're playing into your board and you just have fusion set, you can shuffle back your fusions and grave if you destroy one this turn and just summon this. So like it came up like once. But it's also technically Super Poly target against like Chimera or something.
May not have read the
Now
materials.
this card is crazy. Like this just solo Centurion completely.
Yeah, that card's
like
pretty
it
good.
makes Super Poly destroy the entire board. Like I got hit by like the Crimson Dragon, what's it called, the level 12 Auxilia board, and they ended on like regain deck lockdown. I just destroyed all of them, like in one card. It's like that's crazy. But yeah, then the classics. Other fusion I played. Guardian Chimera. Some reason you can make this card in this deck, but it's just like it's kind of the last interaction. Like you have fusion set, you've been like fighting through your opponent's board, or they've been trying to fight through your board, and then all of a sudden you just Chimera and pop their last 2 cards, and it's just game over there. It's pretty good. I always like this. Some people cut it, but I always like to cut it back. The links. All of these were good. I'm so glad I decided to like put this package in. It is so good. There's like you can do lethal pushes with like. Dark and Distillion access code with like Trihorn Dragon, threaten 81, like get nibbed or interact with, then summon the big guy, and then go for game another way.
That's crazy.
So you can kind of force nib or force interaction with that stuff. And then this is just good. You end on this card all the time. That's like your end board. You don't get nibbed. So I'm considered 2 SP, but. And then Chaos Angel, I've summoned this card once the whole event, and like it was very good. But you can make it with either Twin Dragon and Anguish, or what is it? The Thunder Dragon and Anguish, or Gaddock and Trihorn. So it just comes up to there because you have a lot of destruction, but you don't have a lot of banish. So if you need to remove something banished, it's good for that. And Typhon, this card was it's okay. I feel like in a hand trap deck it's better, but like I'm probably cutting this card. It's probably gonna go for another SP or something. All right, and on to the side. So the only other hand trap really I'm playing, 3 of this guy. So I think this card is better than Purely in this deck because you want you want to just get as many cards in your hand as possible. Like you want to see your quick play spells. You have like 12 that are really good. You want to see any amount of them. They're crazy. So you just want to draw into them. Like you're not trying to stop your opponent. You're just trying to Fufu Rouse and say like, give me as many cards as you want. If they stop playing, perfect. But if they give you like 2, perfect, even better. So it's just a great card for that. We played. Okay, I'm just gonna say don't play this card. This card sucks. Don't play. I had a theory. I had the thing. Yeah, no, it's not good. I was like, damn, my deck has so much destruction. Like, how am I gonna banish things? It's not good. Don't play. Now, this is like its own package. So I'm just gonna put all these cards out at the same time. This is the anti-Tenpai package. That's the deck's worst matchup.
Jesus.
all of these come in against Tenpai. No matter if I'm first or second, these all come in.
Yeah.
Because like you just lose the shifter. So if they shift or Hydra, the game's over. So you need to have some way to beat that. A lot of the you can pop a lot of stuff. Like this is cool interactions. Like you can pop something through Sengen summoning with this because you can pop the summoning. That pops it. Then on res, it pops again. So after the summoning is left, you can then pop a Tenpai. So they think it's safe. They go like Sengen summon a Hydra. You can then go like pop the summoning and then pop the Hydra on the same card. So it's cool. You can do that.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, so that's the anti-Tenpai. That was all coming. So you kind of need it. You could play more. Like these soul releases could just be like 2 more threatening roars, like deflector, like something.
That is fair.
But yeah, that was the list. I was pretty happy with it. A couple small changes, but big fan of this deck for next format as well.
Absolutely. All right, and any shout outs?
Yeah, shout outs to 8-Bit. Thanks for having me on for the profile and team and all that. Shout outs to my girlfriend for staying on the phone with me the whole time when I was driving home to keep me awake.
Oh.
And shout outs to people who like had deck lists from Mento online, like Evilise on Twitter and a few other, the guy who topped one of the Bologna, I think. So those are great inspirations for my list.
All right, cool. Absolutely. This is Andrew and Andrew signing out.
See ya.